Hi, it's Gina. Welcome to my channel. If you remember the last video, if you happen to catch that, we made these super cute little file folders. And they're little pieces of ephemera that you can put in a junk journal. They're really cute. This is the one that we made in the video. And I just added, just took some paper from a little paper pad. This is pretty thin paper. I just cut it out in the shape of a tag and a couple of different sizes and just put it in here for fun. And when I wrapped up the video, I was having such a good time because they're so fun to make that I kept going. So I made these last three. Isn't that cute? Now these were made out of 6x6 paper. Remember, the whole thing was that you're using pretty paper. It's a paper pad, 6x6 paper pad, and you didn't really have to do anything because the papers are so pretty. And I did go ahead and add a piece of ephemera that had come with one of my kits that I get for my card making kits. But you don't have to. The point is that the papers were already decorative and it was easy, and you could make something really cute without having to worry about how to decorate it. This time, I'm going to focus on something similar, but it's different. This is what I thought I would work on today. I've made a couple of these, and these are also fun. They are a little more work. It's not hard, but they're a little more involved. Let's just say that. It's made from not a 6x6 paper pad, but it's made from a 3x5 note card. So if you get a pack of note cards, and you can get those from the dollar store, that's where these came from. That's what you'll need to create our little booklet today. And I believe I got this idea from Pam at the Paper Outpost. So I'm pretty sure that's where I got that is. And if I can find her video, then I'll link it to this one in the description box below. But these are so cute and just so fun to make. So I thought I would take you through how I went about making this, and we could just have some fun. So let's get started. Okay, for this first part, what we're going to do is cover the outside of the note card. And as you can see, I just used dictionary pages. Now this is just something I like to have on hand, which as you can see, this is just a regular envelope, but I kind of did the same thing. I decoupaged pieces of the dictionary on here, and that is where I keep my other pieces. These are some that I've already prepared. Different shapes, different sizes, and kind of different tones. I used two different dictionaries. Here's one. It's got a little bit of yellowing on the edges. That's actually the newer one. The older one is this one. So it is quite aged. And so that's where I got the darker pieces. But I've got these cut out and I've already inked them. That's something that's really just something super easy to do if you want to go ahead and make a stash for you to have on hand. Just while you're sitting and watching TV or whatever, just, get your pages and rip them and have your ink and just ink around the edges and put them in something. And that way they'll be ready for you for your next project. Okay, so I've got those ready. And I figured I'd go ahead and prepare two. Hopefully we'll have time to do both without the video getting too long. And now I used decoupage. I'm sorry, I used, what's it called? Mod Podge. Oh, there it is. I used Mod Podge on these, but I think I'm going to try and just use clear gesso. And that way, I don't know what I'm going to do to decorate on the front, but I know that when you use Mod Podge, it's kind of like a resist. It kind of resists like adding color. I don't know if I'm going to use like watercolor or any other kind of color, but I just don't want to limit myself. So I thought I would go ahead and try to use gesso on this one. Hopefully it will turn out just as well. I believe it will. But let's get started. On these, I believe I covered the plain side. for the outside, and had the inside be the lined pages. That way people could jot notes down inside. That was my thinking. So I might just go ahead and do the same thing. So let me flip them over. Okay, that took me a little while, so I fast forwarded through that part. I kept trying to find something else, but I just couldn't. And you know, I'm getting to the point where I don't drive myself crazy if I can't, you know, find that perfect thing. I just, you know, it's like, you know what, let's move on, because 9 times out of 10 it's gonna look really cool and pretty, or you know, be a great piece anyway, with or without that special perfect piece. So yeah, I'm really trying to work on that, but this is what I'm going to go with now. So let's get started. Okay, I've dried this, and I'm just kind of surprised that it didn't all stick. I must not have had enough under there. But you know what? As I was doing this, I was thinking, you know, actually I think I used a glue stick to put them down. So I think I'm going to fix this with the glue stick, and for the next one I'm going to use the glue stick. And I think I just went over the top with Mod Podge. I think that's what I did. It's been a few weeks. I can't remember exactly, but since this isn't sticking anyway, which, like I said, this is just paper to thin paper. I really am surprised that it didn't stick, but I don't know, maybe I just did not put enough of the clear gesso on it, you know, to get it to adhere very well. Because see, this side did pretty good. Actually, it still feels a little damp. I just must not have gotten it. Because normally, I can stick things down with clear gesso and it's not a problem. And I kind of went over the edges, which is okay. But I will need to re-ink them. That's the only thing. I'm going to trim them off, but before I do that, I'm actually going to hit it with my heat gun again because it still feels a bit damp. All right, that feels better. I'm going to get my big scissors, and I'm just going to cut along the edge to get the overhang. I must have been more meticulous about gluing last time because I don't think I had to do this. I think I got it right to the edge of every corner, but that's okay. That's what's great about crafting and paper crafting. I mean, anything you do, if it doesn't work, you just do something else. It's, you know, it's not high stress. That's why that's a big draw for me. That's why I like it so much, because it's just not high stress. It's fun. If you mess up, fix it. If you can't fix it, do it again. It's no big deal. Now, where did I put here? Here's my ink. I'm going to go ahead and ink around, since I had to cut off some of the edges. There we go. Not bad. All right, so now I'm just going to fold it in half. Okay. I'm just going to pinch it. Let's see. How about that? That one ended right on the fold, so I want to make sure that is glued down really well. Oh, let's see. Wouldn't you know it, right on the very fold. All right. That's probably going to be a problem. Let me just work with that just for a little bit, trying to roll it over that edge. Worst case scenario, what I might do, I might just see if I can pull it off. I don't think I can without messing it up. Oh well. We'll just have to be careful. Now this is just thin paper, so I am trying to be careful. I'm not going to go grab my bone folder and go over it a bunch of times, because it'll just crease it to the point where it rips the paper. Now it's not as bad when you use Mod Podge, because it seems to put like a protective covering over it, which is one of the great things about it. And really what you could do if you wanted to use inks and things and didn't want to have to worry about the whole resist thing that Mod Podge provides, you could Mod Podge it and let it dry and then go over it with some gesso. And that way you can put you know, any kind of pigment and any kind of color on it that you want. But for now, I'm just going to kind of go with what we've got. So this has the thicker part, which to me indicates the top of the card. But again, not a big deal. If you would rather it be this way, then have it that way. Because really, it'll have papers over it, and if you put a pocket on it, on this side, you really won't notice anyway. So that means we can just look at the card itself and decide what we want to be for the front. And I think I like this one better. So I'm going to make that my front. Okay? I tell you what, before we go to the next step, let's go ahead and glue down the other one. So this is what I ended up with. And again, just going to fold it in half and just pinch the edge like so. There we go. Now this one actually doesn't have anything on top, so I need to do that real fast. I want to have some sort of protection, and I'll go ahead and stick with the gesso. I think I got that pretty well, so I'm going to hit that with my heat gun and speed up that drying process. All right, which side do we want to be the front? So that could be the top of the card. And look, oh no, we have another another end is right on the fold. Wouldn't you know it? Well, it's not an end, it looks like it just kind of ripped. And that may be a downside for not using the Mod Podge, Mod Podge probably would have prevented that, to be honest with you. It would have sealed it down really well. So, you know, take this as an example of possibly what not to do. Maybe hit it, like I said earlier, hit it with your Mod Podge first, and then once that dries, then come over with the clear gesso. And really you only need to do that if you want to add any kind of pigment. If you're just going to be using paper, then you totally don't need the clear gesso at all. All right, so here we go. Yay! Now the next thing I want to do is I want to make the papers to go inside. Now I think this one only has like 5 sheets. I think this one had 6. So, you know, you don't have to load it up. You can add more if you want, but it's just to put in a junk journal. It's just some little extra places to write and take notes and put little, you know, to journal. So it didn't need to be a big thick book, and that way it also helps it stay pretty thin and pretty flat, which is always a bonus when you're putting together a junk journal. So I'm just going to probably, maybe let's do 5 pages each. Now I'm going to grab some of the paper that I made when I coffee dyed, and I'm just going to use that, which is what I used for those other 2. Now, this is a 3x5, so if it's 5 inches this way, we're looking at 2.5 inches once we've got it folded. So my papers could be like 2.25 inches wide. I don't necessarily want to put it all the way, you know, so 2.25 should be just right. So I'm going to just measure 2.25, and I've got a rip down here. This might not be the best one to use. Let's see. 2.25. Okay. So I'll lay my handy dandy ruler down. Hold it. There we go. Let's see. I'll do a couple more. Let's see, 2.5. No, not 2.5. It should be 2.25. Come on, Gina. Oh, I said 2.5, but I marked it 2.25. Silly me. 2.25. Okay. We'll put our ruler down and just rip it. That's the look I'm going for. So, you know, you can obviously take it and cut it with your scissors or take it to your cutting board. Let's see. So it's 3 inches. We'll just do slightly less than 3 inches so that it doesn't stick out. How's that? We'll do anyway, just a little bit less. Oh, yeah. There we go. Instead of doing the one, it doesn't have to be, as far as I'm concerned anyway, it doesn't have to be exact. I just want to have an idea. So once I have one done, I can just use that as a template and do the others. And if they're different sizes, that's okay. I think I'll do some of this dark paper too, so that I can mix it in between the both of them. So I'm going to cut, I'm going to do some more just like I've shown you, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have my papers cut, and I have them stacked up. As you can see, I've got some darker ones in there, and just kind of altered. They aren't all the same size, but that doesn't matter, at least not to me. So you just get them, put them in any kind of order that you want, and you get those ready. And I think I've got 6 sheets, actually. I think I've got 6 in each. So as you can see, we need now to bind our papers in our little notebook. And to do that, You could staple it. You could, glue them together at the top. There's any number of ways you could do it, but as you can see, I poked a hole in it and just tied it with a string, and that's what I'm going to do on these. So the first thing I want to do is make sure they're all lined up at the top. Now they are different sizes, so I want to make sure all of the ends are all the way up here at the top, because that's what's going to go through the hole. I'm going to poke the holes in them, so you want to make sure you get it all good, and you don't want one that's kind of way down here and maybe only get half the hole and it falls out, and so you want to have a good surface, a good full surface to take the holes, and get the edges as straight as you can. Let's see if this fits in here, and it does. Okay, and again, it's not really meant to be perfect, so don't stress too much about that, but you do want to make sure that they're secure. So that's really what you're going for here. Okay, so I am good with that, and I think I'm going to hold that there with a paper clip. Okay, let's get this one ready too. Tap it down, make sure all the tops are pretty much together. Lay it in here just as I want it. I think that one's got a little long piece, but I can fix that later. I'll pull it up just a little bit. Okay. Is that good? Don't want them sticking out the end either. Might want to check that. Yeah. Okay, that one's good. Okay. Alright, that should be good for that one, and I'm going to hold that in place with another big paper clip. Let me bring you a little closer. Sorry, a little far away. Now what I use to make the holes with is the We Are Memory Keepers Crop-A-Dile. And since this is such a small little book, little notebook, I used the 1/8 size hole. They have two different holes, options sizes here, and that's the one I used, and that's up here, which I like because it has this little thing right here that you can set it so it only goes back so far, and that way that they'll be even, and that's really cool. I like that. So let's put one here, and we'll put one here. Had no problem going through there. Okay, so those are my holes for this one. And let's do this one real quick. And we will put that here, about right there. And come on, there we go, about right there. All right, there we go. We have our holes. Now I'm going to use this paper twine and cut some off. And here's the tricky part. Here is the tricky part. Oh, not so tricky. I think I had a harder time last time, but I did a good cut on this one. Sometimes when you cut it, it kind of binds the edges together. I think that's what happened on this one. And you can go, I think I even went in and out a couple more times. Well, maybe just one more time. Let me see if I can do one more. I can hold that down. See if I can get this in there. Yay! Okay. And up there. Great. It's not, I don't know that it's necessary. It's only a few pages, but it just gives it a neat look. Okay, I'll pull that. And now I just tie a knot. Okay. Once I have my knot, I just trim off the edge. Oops, there we go. Okay. And there you go. I can take off my paper clip, and now my pages stay in. Ta-da! And you can see this one goes over a little bit, but that's fine. You know, it just depends on what you like. If you like the nice clean edges, then by all means clean it up. As you can see on this one, I didn't even clean up the edges at the edge of the paper. I just left it, and it just is just as cute. Actually, I kind of like it. So, you know, it's all up to you what your preference is. Okay, you might want to glue these down, or you might just want to leave them as is. Let them stick out, or glue them down if they bother you, or cut them shorter. You do you. All right, so there's one. Let me go ahead and do this one. We can take off our paper clip. And there we go. So now, you can leave them like this if you want, or you can decorate them, which is what I'd like to do on these. All right, I went and found some fun stuff that I think will work. If this looks familiar, it should. It came from my last month's kit that I open. I do the unboxing each month for the My Creative Scrapbook limited edition kit. And these were paper cutouts that I absolutely loved. Hopefully we will find something. I kind of wanted to keep it flat, imagining that it will probably go into some sort of journal. So I didn't want anything too bulky. So I stuck with paper. The only thing is, I know some of these images are kind of big, so we might run into a problem there. Oh, we do have some smaller ones too. Because these books aren't that, you know, I don't have a whole lot of surface to work with. But there should be something in here. Don't you think? That's small. Got to be something in here. Oh, I love daisies. Let's see. Isn't that cute? Let's see. Now this front's a little bit darker. Let me see. Maybe it'll look better on this one. That's cute. It needs something else. Oh, look. Maybe I can do that. Oh. I kind of want it further down though. Let's see. Something like that. Oh, I like it. Okay, I think I want to try that. They're two different pieces so I can angle it. That was awesome. Now I think I'm going to use the glitter glue, the art glitter glue. I just love this little fine point. It's so helpful. It's funny. Different creators have their favorite glues that they use. And it depends on your project. You know, you actually do need different types of glue. It depends on what you're doing. But I am a fan of art glitter glue. I love that little tip, just sells it for me, and it's super adhesive. So you don't get a lot of time to move it around, I will tell you that. But it is pricey, so, you know, it is definitely not your cheapest glue, for sure. Okay, I put that at such an angle, I'm going to need to drop it down a little further than I had planned. Something like right there. But that's okay. Come on. There. We'll we'll see how that does. And yeah, right there. Oh, look how cute. Cute, cute, cute. Let's see. Cut you off right there. Okay. Oh, sweet. I like that. Very, very nice. Okay. Let's see. I'll take a quick peek. I kind of don't want it to look just like that one. I want it to look a little different. Let's see what's in the other one. You know, I just had a thought. I don't want it to look just like this one, and I wanted to see if any of these clusters that we made would work. They may also be a little bit too big, but I wanted to try them. These might be too big. I could do it long ways. Oh, that one might go, actually. I like this one. I wonder if that'll fit. It's pushing it. Like I said, I could do it long ways, but, you know, it doesn't open. It's not meant to be used this way, so I would rather, you know, keep with its orientation that it already is. Aw, hey, what about that one? And it says hello. Oh, I like it. Ah, good. I was afraid I wasn't going to find one that fit. Well, this one fits too. It has a little more color. It has a little more color than I want. And it's actually pretty thick. I have a lot of layers on that one. Is that it? Oh, that one's just a little bit too big. If that was a little smaller, that would look nice as well. But I think I'm going to use this one, this cluster. And maybe I'll put a card to that video right here. Oh, hold on. Precious. Oh, that's kind of cute too. Let me see. Precious. That's got a little bow on it. I like that one too. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I think I'm just going to stick with this one. Just stick with that one, Gina. Okay. Don't want to go down that rabbit hole. This one, no, this one. All right. Well, yay, I'm so glad I got to use one of my clusters. All right. I'll put that away in just a minute. So let's go ahead and get this one finished up. No more inking required. All right. The only thing with this glue too is it comes with this pen, and boy, you really need to put the pen in pretty soon because the glue dries so fast. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. And this guy's getting on my nerves just a little bit, so I'm going to cut him down. Was he bothering you? He was bothering me. Okay. There we go. I'll leave the other one. And I think what I might do, I might just put a little dab of glue in my knot since I've cut that so low. I just don't want that little piece to come out. There we go. Just pinch that in there. Ta-da! All right. This glue dries so fast, I don't, don't have to worry about it taking forever to dry. All right. There we go. Let's see. Oh, that's cute. So cute. Okay. Well, I tell you what, let's add a pocket. I'll add a pocket on one of them because I like to be able to tuck things in there. So to do that, I just want to use, there's got to be something around here on my desk I can use. I've got so much stuff. I've got this little bucket I keep, and it's just got tons of little odds and ends in it. And actually, I've got a couple of buckets like this. There's tons of paper. Tons of little scraps on my desk. But that's okay. Scraps come in handy sometimes. Like right now. Oh look. Let's see. I think it goes with this one better. Maybe we'll put it in this one. It's just some craft paper that I had, and I used, this is washi tape, actually. I had just gotten some washi tapes and I was trying them out. So I had scraps of paper on my desk, like I just said that I always do. And I just put some on there. And so I think I'm going to use that as, let me see, I might need to cut it down. Yep, just a little bit. Ah, cute. Aw. I think I'll use this top part. That's a good size for a pocket. Alright, I'm just going to cut right here then. Right along here will be the bottom. Okay. I want to keep my birds, so let's see. I mean, just a smidge. I don't need to cut very much. Let's see if that does it. I think that will do it. Okay. So, that'll be the top. I tell you what, I'll probably go over and ink everything when I'm done anyway, but I thought I'd knock that out real quick. Oops. This one too. Might as well do that. Might as well do it all. There we go. Let's just be done. Okay. Alright. So go like that, which means I'll put glue on this side and along the bottom. I might leave the inside open, honestly. I might leave that open. Let's see. And I'm going to put it just inside. I just want to make sure it doesn't stick out from the front. So I'm going to put it just inside there. Like that. There we go. Alright. Oh no, my pen. Okay. Now I'm going to ink, make sure everything is nice and inked up. And for this one, I want to use the darker one. So I'm going to use the Walnut Stain Distress ink. Since this has a little bit of a darker tone going on. We'll get those edges nice and dark. So I'll do the spine now. And all around the edge. And some of my papers at the edge may get it, but that's fine. I don't mind that at all. Okay. There we go. That's the back. There's the front. Okay. And you can even kind of come in and do the inside some as well. If you do it just nice and light, you know, that way you don't have bright white paper in the middle. So you can just ink around the edge there. Okay. Real light. There we go. Got a little bit, you know, I don't know why it's crinkling there because it's really not to the edge. So I don't know. And I had some room here, so it looks like I could have pulled this out just a little bit. But again, I'm not worried about it. The curled, worn look, it just adds to the look that I'm going for. Okay. And for this one, hold on. We'll use Vintage Photo. Alright, you. Okay, so it's popped up now. So I'm going to cut it there. That was bothering me. I don't want that to be to be loose and popping up, because something will catch on it and it'll end up ripping everything. It'll end up ripping that whole piece off, and I don't want that to happen. So best to just take care of it. Ugh, my sponge is just, I'm killing it. My poor little sponge. Oh, it's shedding so badly, but I just keep using it. It's just such a great, it's a perfect like width for me to hold. It just feels right in my hand, so I keep using it. Oh gosh, I just lost a big chunk. All right, let me get cleaned up and I'll be right back. I think they turned out really, really cute. I hope you liked them. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give me the thumbs up, and I really appreciate you watching my video. If you're new to my channel and you've just subscribed, thank you so much. I am glad to have you. Welcome. Please check out the rest of my videos. There's over 100 on my channel, and I'll just keep making them. I'd love to hear from you to find out what kind of video that you'd like. If you see my channel, I have a wide variety of artsy kind of videos, and as well as the paper craft ones. So take a look, and if there's something you'd like to see me do, then by all means let me know. Just leave me a comment. All right, that's going to be it for this one. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.